Good morning, students. Today we will study the new chapter trigonometry. In the trigonometry, firstly we have to study about the angle. What is angle? So angle is formed by two rays like this. One ray, another ray. This is called angle. So how we can define an angle? If we take a ray OA, if we take a ray OA, this is the initial point of the ray and it is rotated about the initial point O either in anti-clockwise or clockwise direction. Suppose ray OA is rotated in anti-clockwise direction and it takes the new position OB. Then this figure AOB is called an angle. AOB is called an angle. Again listen, if we take area OA, this is the initial side of angle and it is terminal side. This one initial side, it is terminal side. If it is rotated about O in anti-clockwise or clockwise direction, then figure so generated, that is AOB, is called an angle. If it is rotated in anti-clockwise direction, this angle is positive. If OA is rotated in clockwise direction like this, then this angle is negative. So angle AOB is positive if OA is rotated about O in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. And if it is rotated in clockwise, then AOB is negative. AOB is negative if OA is rotated in clockwise. So if it is rotated in clockwise, angle so formed is negative. In anti-clockwise, we have to take it positive. So it is the definition of angle. Now we will see how we can measure the angle. So measurement of the angle. Next point is measurement of an angle. Measurement of an angle. There are three systems to measure an angle. First one is English system. Second one is French system. And third one is circular system. So angle is can be measured in three systems: English system, French system, circular system. How it is measured in English system? English system means it is measured in degree. In this system, angle is measured in degree. Angle is measured in degree, minute and second. In English system means degree measure of the angle. So in English system, it is measured in degree. One complete angle is equal to 360 degree. Complete angle means if ray is rotated one complete round, then the angle formed is called complete angle. This is the ray. If it is rotated about O one complete round, then this angle is 360 degree. So one complete angle is equal to 360 degree. One right angle means 1/4 of complete angle. 1/4 of complete angle means 1/4 into 360. So it is 90 degree. One right angle is equal to 90 degree. And 1 degree is equal to 60 minute. This is the symbol of minute. And 1 minute is equal to 60 second. So in the English system means degree measure of the angle. So we measure the angle in this system in degree. Next is French system. So how we can measure in French system? In this system, angle is measured in grade. Angle is measured in grade. A right angle is equal to 100 grade. G means grade. A right angle means 90 degree is equal to 100 grade. And 1 grade is equal to 100 minute. 1 minute is equal to 100 second. So this is the French system in which angle is measured in grade. One right angle means 90 degree. It is divided into 100 parts. Each part is called grade. So 100 grade, 1 grade is equal to 100 minute, 1 minute is equal to 100 second. But this system is generally not used in the measurement of angle. We only use two systems, English system and the circular system to measure an angle. Now we will see the third one, circular system. So how we can measure the angle in the circular system? Circular system, in this system angle is measured in radian. In this system angle is measured in radian. In this system angle is measured in radian. Now we will define what is the meaning of radian, how we can define one radian. See the definition of one radian. It is denoted by one radian. One radian, it is denoted as this. One radian is the angle subtended at the center by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of circle. So see the definition of radian. What is 1 radian? 1 radian is the angle subtended at the center by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of circle. So we can take a circle. This is the center O. AB is an arc. Radius of circle is R. So if length of the arc AB is equal to the radius, arc length and radius both are equal, then angle subtended at the center by the arc is equal to 1 radian. 1 radian. So definition is clear. It is the angle made at the center by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of circle. Suppose radius is 2 cm, arc length is also 2 cm, then angle subtended at the center by that arc will be 1 radian. Arc length and radius both must be equal, then angle subtended at the center by that arc will be equal to 1 radian. So this is the definition of 1 radian. So from the figure we can write angle AOB is equal to 1 radian. It is denoted as 1C. 1 radian. So this is the 3 system in which angle is measured. Now we will see what is the relation between the radian measure and the degree measure of the angles. So next topic, relation between angle measure, radian measure and degree measure of the angle. Now we will see relation between degree measure and radian measure. I have taken a circle with center or radius arc. Take an arc whose length is equal to the radius. Take an arc whose length is equal to the radius. Then what will be angle AOB? AOB is equal to 1 radian by definition. Arc length and radius both are equal, so angle AOB it will be equal to 1 radian. If arc length will be more angle will be formed at the center. Means angle at the center is directly proportional to the arc length. If arc length will be greater, angle made at the center will be greater. Since angle made by an arc at the center is directly proportional to length of the arc. Angle made by any arc at the center is directly proportional to length of the arc. Means if arc length will be larger angle will be formed at the center. Both are directly proportional. So therefore we can write angle AOB upon complete angle. Angle AOB, this angle, upon whole the angle. Whole angle means this complete angle, 360 degree, is equal to arc AB. AOB is formed by the arc AB, and complete angle will be formed by whole the circumference of the circle. circumference. Angle AOB, it is formed by AB arc. Complete angle, that is 360 degree, it will be formed by whole the arc length of the circle, means circumference. So ratio will be equal. Angle AOB, complete angle, we know that 360 degree. Arc length AB, it is equal to small r, and circumference, we know that 2 pi r. R cancel with r. So what will be angle AOB? It will be 360 upon 2 pi. We can cancel it, 180 degree upon pi. What is angle AOB? AOB is 1 radian. So 1 radian is equal to 180 degree upon pi. So therefore 1 radian is equal to, angle AOB is 1 radian, 180 degree upon pi. This is the relation between radian and degree. We can use here value of pi 22/7. Here we can use pi is equal to 22/7. So 1 radian is equal to 180 degree upon pi. So if we cross multiply, we can get pi radian is equal to 180 degree. Cross multiply, pi radian is equal to 180 degree. What will be 1 degree? 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radian. If we put pi 22/7 into 180, it is coming 0.01745 approximately. 1 degree is equal to this much radian if we use pi 22/7. And similarly 1 radian is equal to 180 upon pi. So put the value of pi 22/7, 180 into 7 upon 22, 180 into 7 upon 22, it is coming approximately 57 degree, 17 minute, 45 second. So value of 1 radian in degree is 57 degree approximately, 57 degree, 17 minute, 45 second, and 1 degree is equal to 0.01745 radian approximately. So this is the relation between radian and the degree measured. Now next point, next topic. Suppose this arc length is S and angle made at the center be theta. So we have to establish the relation between S, R and theta. Relation between S means arc length, radius and the angle subtended at the center in radian, theta in radian. So what is the relation between S, theta and R? So we know that angle made at the center is proportional to the arc length. So we can write angle AOB upon complete angle is equal to arc AB upon complete arc. Complete arc means circumference. Angle AOB upon whole angle, complete angle, is equal to arc AB. AOB subtended by arc AB, and complete angle it will be subtended by whole the arc, means whole the circumference. Angle AOB, complete angle is 360 degree. Arc AB is S and circumference is 2 pi r. Angle AOB is what? Theta. But it is AOB is what? Theta. Theta is in radian. Theta is in radian. And this 360 degree it is given in degree. So we have to change 360 degree into radian. So we know that 180 degree is equal to pi radian. Since 180 degree is equal to pi radian, 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radian. So what will be 360 degree? 360 degree is equal to 360 into pi by 180. 180 to the 360. So it will be 2 pi radian. 360 is equal to 2 pi radian. So we will write here theta upon 2 pi. 360 degree 2 pi radian. S upon 2 pi r. 2 pi cancel from both the sides. So theta is equal to S by r, where theta is measured in radian. So theta is what? Ratio of arc length to the radius. So this is the relation between theta, S and r. We know that S and r both have same unit. S is measured in centimeter, r is also in centimeter, so both can be cancelled. So S by r, S and r both have same units. That's why theta has no unit. Since S and R have same unit, S and R both have same unit. Suppose it is in centimeter, this one also in centimeter, we can cancel centimeter. So therefore theta has no unit. So what is theta? Theta is a real number. Theta is a real number, any number. So if in the question angle is given and degree is not mentioned in that angle, so we will suppose that that angle is in radian. If degree is not given, it means that angle is considered in radian. So theta is what? Theta is a real number. Now we will find the area of this sector. Area of sector AOB. Area of sector is directly proportional to the central angle. If this angle will be more, area will be more. Area of sector is directly proportional to central angle. It means what? Area of sector AOB, area of sector AOB upon area of circle, whole circle, is equal to angle AOB, angle AOB, that is theta, upon complete angle. Area of sector area is directly proportional to central angle. If central angle will be large, area of the sector will be large. So area of sector AOB and whole area is equal to angle AOB, because sector A, in sector AOB central angle is AOB, that is theta, and area of circle, whole the area of circle is formed by the central angle, means complete angle 360 degree. So area of sector AOB upon area of circle, we know that pi r square, and angle AOB, it is theta, angle AOB theta, complete angle 360 degree, but we have to write in radian, so we will write 2 pi. 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radian. So pi cancel with pi. So what will be area of sector AOB? Cross multiply, it will be 1 by 2 r square theta. Cross multiply r square theta by 2. 1 by 2 r square. We know that theta is equal to s by r. So s by r. R cancel with r. So 1 by 2 r into s. This is area of sector AOB. Area of sector AOB 1 by 2 r into s. I hope that these things is clear to you. So we have studied here what is angle, measurement of angle, relation between the degree measure and the radian measure, relation between r, theta and s, and how we can find the area of sector AOB. We get some problem based on the clock. So suppose this is a clock. On the clock from 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these digits are written. What is the angle between two consecutive digits? Means this one. What is the angle between two consecutive digits? Complete angle is 360. Add the 3, it is 90. And in this 90, it is divided into 3 parts equally. So angle between two consecutive digits is 30, then 60, 90, like that, and complete angle is 360. So angle between two consecutive digits in a clock is how much? It is 30 degree. In radian, we can write pi by 6 radian. And angle formed by minute hands in 1 minute. Angle formed by minute hand. Suppose minute hand is here. After 1 minute, it will come here. So what is the angle formed by minute hand in 1 minute? It will be 6 degree. Because between 12 and 1, there are 5 minutes. And angle is 30 degree. So for 1 minute, what will be the angle? 6 degree. So angle formed by minute hand in 1 minute, it is equal to 6 degree. We can use this concept if the problem based on the clock is asked. Now, how we can convert the radian into degree or degree into radian? Since 180 degree, we know that pi radian. What will be 1 degree? Pi by 180 radian. What will be 30 degree? 30 into pi by 180. 30 6 ja 180. So pi by 6 radian. 45 degree, we will write 45 into pi by 180. So 45 4 ja, we will write pi by 4 radian. 60 degree, 60 into pi by 180. 63 ja, so pi by 3 radian. Similarly 90 degree, 90 into pi by 180. 90 2 ja 180, pi by 2 radian. 180 degree, 180 degree already written pi radian. 360 degree, 360 degree means 360 into pi by 180. 180 2 ja 360, it is 2 pi radian. So in this way we can convert degree into radian. And how we can change radian into degree? So pi radian is how much? 180 degree. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. What will be pi by 2 radian? In place of pi we will write 180. 180 by 2, 90 degree. Pi by 3 radian. So put 180 in place of pi. 180 by 3, 60 degree. Pi by 6 radian. 180 by 6, 30 degree. Like this. So radian to degree, degree to radian we can convert. And there are 6 trigonometric function. Trigonometric function. You have already studied in class 10th about the trigonometric function: sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. And what are the relations between them means trigonometrical identities. In a right angle triangle, we know that sine A perpendicular by hypotenuse, this one perpendicular hypotenuse base, cos A base by hypotenuse, tan A perpendicular by base, like this. Sin A into cosec A is equal to 1, or cosec A is equal to 1 by sin A. Both are reciprocal. Similarly, sec A is equal to 1 by cos A, reciprocal. Cot A is reciprocal of tan A, 1 by tan A. These things you have studied in class 10th. Some trigonometrical identities, fundamental trigonometrical identities: sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1, 1 plus tan square A is equal to sec square A, 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosec square A. So these things you have already studied in class 10th. So you can apply these formula, these identities in the problem. I hope that these things are clear to you what I told today. Next video we will discuss Next topic, what is the sign of trigonometric function in different quadrant? So thank you class, revise these things.